Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Casper Network, aka Casper. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask you guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I do always greatly appreciate it. And if you guys do find any of the information in this video valuable, useful, or interesting in any sort of way, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. Now, as you guys can see on my screen, we could actually refresh, make sure everything is up in real time. So we do know that the indices are opening here shortly. We have some time until that, but of course the market is looking a little bit better. You know, when when we were talking about Casper, Casper hit some prices that I was not expecting it to hit. So, you know, we came down as far as almost 7 cents, almost exact. So we can go to the 7-day span and really kind of see as far as we did go down. So we hit about 7 cents. It was like 7.2, which is totally fine. I think that that is a perfect area. I think that we are in, you know, this nice overall area of, I mean, look at how low we are. I mean, this is pretty much going back to the summertime lows, which in my mind is a very good area to really kind of accumulate a lot of Casper, especially with what has recently been happening throughout the overall market for Casper. We've been seeing massive adoption happening, and we're going to be talking about why I do believe that we're going to see something similar to this, right? So here's KDA, right? Kadena. As you guys are probably all aware, you know, this was a huge asset that did a massive run off of those summer lows that it hit. It hit about like 32 cents. It was fairly low at around this time. But of course, it ran all the way to almost $25. It hit $24.16. Best part about this is that when we're talking about this at $24, so let's actually go to KDA real quick, and let's address what its market cap would have been at about $24. So it would have had a market cap of about $4 billion, which is, you know, fairly reasonable. That's nothing in terms of this market. But if we hit that as well, we are looking at about $1.31, which in my opinion is a fairly good overall area to hit. That is a 16x. Now, I've always said that we could hit about $4, which would bring us to about $12.3 billion in market cap value and 50x overall in price. Now, to a lot of people, you might be wondering, well, what the heck? Why do you think it's going to go to $4? Well, let's talk about some things in regards to Casper that just got announced last night. So I was actually looking through Twitter, and I was like, wow, what is up with everybody kind of tagging me in these things? What is happening with Casper? Because as you guys know, I've been talking to you guys about Casper for, you know, a while now. I've been addressing, you know, a few of their use cases in regards to like IPWE. We talk about, you know, friendly markets and stuff like that. But when I seen this, it solidified my overall position in, of course, Casper. Now, for anybody who, you know, is out there, maybe I'm pronouncing this wrong. I'm going to pronounce this as Fuzhou. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. Of course, let me know if I'm butchering it. But we do see here, Casper Labs is proud to partner with China's BSN to allow an open permission blockchain adaptation of the Casper network and become the preferred blockchain for the city of Fuzhou. Read all about it here. This is huge. Okay? I want you to all understand that currently right now, I've just talked to you guys about this, I want to say about a week ago, okay, where we were addressing the idea of, it was pretty much talking about Ethereum and how it's not ready for mass adoption yet. I didn't say that. Buterin said it himself. He said, Ethereum is not ready for mass adoption at all. We have an asset that is becoming the preferred blockchain for this city of Fuzhou that is more scalable, cheaper, and more enterprise and developer ready than Ethereum currently. And guess what it's sitting at? 7, almost 8 cents right now. That is crazy to say the least. Okay, and if you read this, I mean, it's a pretty interesting article, right? So Fuzhou, city of 8 million, will leverage an open permission blockchain adaptation of the Casper network in an NFT-based agreement between Casper Labs and BSN to bolster blockchain innovation in China. This is very interesting in terms of NFT adoption. I've told you guys, prepare for NFT adoption to continue to grow. It's going to be huge. So this aims to transform blockchains, including public chains, to allow them to seamlessly, be deployed on the BSN, which was architected and is managed day to day by the Red Day Technology, one of the 4 founding members of the BSN. The chain will be called Fuzhou Chain and will be preferred infrastructure choice for public and private blockchain initiatives in that region. The partnership between Casper Labs and the BSN will add the Casper network to Fuzhou's city chain. So this is going to be interesting when we're talking about some use cases that are going to be coming to this as well. But we do see that the BSN platform provides developers with easy onboarding into public and private blockchains to build applications with reduced operational cost, improved flexibility, and better regulatory oversight. So expect more overall development and, of course, dApps to be built on Casper. We do see the partnership between Casper Labs and the BSN will transform the OPB iteration of the Casper network into the preferred blockchain of Fuzhou's cities, aptly dubbed Fuzhou Chain, powered by Casper. The Fuzhou Chain will provide blockchain developers with simple access to the powerful capabilities of the OPB and will introduce the Casper network's unique combination of scalability, security, and decentralization to BSN national initiatives. So listen, like I said, watch out for Casper. This thing it's the friendly ghost that nobody is looking at. They don't care about it. They're ignoring it. I get it. I understand it. But at the end of the day, people need to look into this. I believe that Casper is probably one of the biggest sleeping giants in this market currently. I think that this is going to provide a lot of individuals with a ton of ROI, and I think that this is probably one of the most incredible opportunities that we have in this market to date. Now, of course, we do see here to commemorate the announcement of the Fuzhou chain, Casper Labs and BSN Base have minted a multi-signature NFT/distributed digital certificate as a symbol of the innovation and the parties expect to result from the partnership. So, like I said, this is legit. This is huge. I think that this is so massive for Casper. I've been seeing a lot of talks about Casper saying, it's a scam, it's this, it's that. Like, I don't think that people realize what's happening within the Casper ecosystem. I think that people need to really wake up and realize that this is such a massive sleeping giant. I do not get paid to talk about Casper. I just look into these projects that are extremely undervalued, and Casper is probably one of the most undervalued gems to date in this market that I have found. We even see when does Casper join the list of Ethereum destroyers? Recently, Solana was down for another 48 hours, actually 72 hours, 6th time in 3 months. I have no faith in that now. It's a new EOS version. The fight is currently between Ethereum, BSC, Phantom, Avalanche, and Terra. And, we even see here Ethereum has issues with scalability and upgradability. Solana proves not worthy. BSC has issues with centralization around a shady center. Casper Network. BSM partnership confirms Casper Tech. Next, prove that DeFi runs smoothly on Casper. And it truly is that. Like, we're seeing so many updates within the Casper scene. Like, imagine if we had Solana's market cap, right? Like, we're talking about like 12 billion right now. Imagine Solana, right? A 118x. This is why I say $4 to $7 is possible, because listen, when we're talking about Solana, when we're talking about these networks that are in the top 10 that don't even belong in the top 10, like even when we're talking about Solana, we always go back to a few other names. Like I've always discussed ADA, for example, within the Hedera scene too. Like there's a lot of projects in the space that do not deserve to be in the top 10. And I don't say that because I'm biased or that I hate on these projects. It's because they have major problems. They lack in many areas that are needed for enterprise adoption. If you're an enterprise individual and you're looking into, adopting into, some sort of crypto network, are you going to adopt into a network that is down for 72 hours or down multiple times in just 3 months? Or are you going to partner with something that has the scalability, the efficiency, the security, the decentralization that you really kind of long for? Do your own research on that, because it's simple to understand, okay? And, when we're talking about things like the crypto.com listing for Casper, right? We still have a ton of other listings that we can still look forward to. Like, we still have, for example, Coinbase, Binance. There's major players still left here. Like, we're only on 21 exchanges. The biggest players here are probably crypto.com and MEXC currently, and Huobi, of course. But, You know, when we're talking about the other major exchanges that we still have to look forward to, and I'm not talking, I didn't even mention Gate.io, I'm sorry about that, but, you know, Binance, Coinbase, FTX, you know, Kraken as well. You know, I believe, you know, there's so many other names here that we could be looking at, like Gemini, I mean, Bitstamp. There's so many. I mean, there's so many possibilities, and we're going to still see major listings happening this year alone because we are still seeing major updates like this one. And even when we're talking about, you know, IPW, I'm actually going to be talking about IPW in tomorrow's video because Medha Parlikar actually talked about it, and she really kind of went in depth on how, you know, big of a giant IPW is in terms of its use cases. But this really kind of solidifies my position in Casper. I think if you are a Casper holder, maybe you're, you know, surprised with the recent price action. Maybe it went a little bit lower than you expected as well, because I know for sure it did go a little bit lower than I was expecting. I was holding, you know, out for the 9-cent mark, and we pretty much dropped below that by almost 2 cents. So, you know, it is what it is, but I'm not going to get too concerned with it. The market overall is doing what the market is going to do. I will just buy the dip when I want to and pretty much buy around the prices that I want to, because I do still see major opportunities within this market. I do see that, you know, around 8 cents, you know, could we go to $8 for an example to have a 100 even X? I think it's possible. I just don't know if it's going to happen this year, right? Because I think in my mind, single digits are inevitable for Casper. I think $1 for sure is on the table. Like I think that is like bare minimum. Like $1 is pretty much inevitable at this point, in my opinion, with all of the updates that have been happening, with all of the listings that have been happening. Like this is still in its overall summer lows. You know, pretty much consolidation since, you know, that drop on the ICO price, and I'm not too concerned at all, because the upside potential is truly going to be remarkable once it does get realized. That's why when like we look at things like KDA and, you know, charts like this, like where we have this massive price and then we kind of just go into a consolidation mode for, you know, a while. Like this was overall like 6 months of just consolidation that led to a massive explosion in price around that November timeframe. And of course, yes, this is down severely now, but I'm just saying, like, that's why you want to hold projects that have not broken out yet. You know, everybody's buying these top 10 coins thinking that they're getting a deal. Like, I'm not going to lie, like, does, you know, XRP entice me at 60 cents? Yeah, sure, I think that that's an interesting price for it, but, you know, am I going to buy XRP over Casper, for an example? Absolutely not. And it's not because I think that XRP is overvalued. It's just because I know that the ROI value for Casper is a little bit better currently. And I feel confident saying that because we're at bare bottom prices. You know, people are still buying Luna. The funny thing about Luna is that look at where we are in market cap value. Okay, look at where we are, you know, on the all-time chart. You're not buying this on the low end. You're still buying this at a pumped price. And don't get me wrong, do I think that, you know, Luna will have more upside potential? Sure. But I'm just saying, the upside potential on Casper is getting unrealized right now from a lot of individuals. There's not a lot of eyes on Casper. That's why I continue to talk about it. Okay, because it's such a huge gem that could provide a lot of individuals, including you, myself, or anybody that takes the initiative to really kind of research what Casper is building and what they're doing. It could provide you with life-changing gains. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are. And this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.